Welcome back to this video. So one of the things that we talk about all the time with Facebook algorithms and all of the social media platforms that we train on is that they're constantly changing. And so it's very difficult for me to give you a quality video that is going to stay in line with all the targeting and all the different pieces on the specifics of how each website works. But what I can do is tell you exactly who your target demographic is. And then from that point, you can go and you can follow some of our other videos at www.agentalchemist.com, and you can catch up on whatever the latest trend is in social media algorithms. So starting off with your sellers, I'm going to paint a picture of what a typical seller looks like. Now, one, they're 55 plus, which means that their kids are out of the house, they've already lived most of their life, and now they're probably in a larger house, so 55 plus. They're either looking to downsize or they're looking to upgrade into a different location. But either way, this house no longer fits because their kids came through phases of college, or they're in college now and their life has changed. So this is one of the main types of sellers out there. So how do we know? There's a little bit more information we know about them, right? Some of the things that you can commonly find is how long have they lived in the house. And I'd say anywhere between 5 to 7 years. At 55 plus, 5 to 7 years lived in the home is time for them to sell. So that is common all across the country. Doesn't matter what state or city you live in. This is going to always exist. This is always going to be something that happens, that people, when they shift to this type of age, they decide that they're going to move, and then the typical person lives in their home 5 to 7 years. So that we know that likely if they've lived there 5 to 7 years, it's time for them to move. And if they're 55 plus, very likely they're going to be moving for sure. Because now they've got retirement plans. And one of the benefits is you're able to help them move into the next position. So you're looking for people with 55 plus, you're looking for people who've been in their home 5 to 7 years. And one of the other elements to sellers is looking for whether they've clicked on certain things like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. These are things that you'll find in most social media will allow you to search that. One of the searches they used to have was homeowner. You could actually look and click on homeowner and you would know. There are other tools that you can use to find that, like listsource.com, or MLS will allow you to look up homeowner status. But finding out where they actually live, sometimes you can grab their email addresses through some of your funnels that you have online, and you can put that into Facebook and allow you to target specifically to them so it shows up. One of the keys is getting them to be friends on your Facebook page, and now you're getting to be able to target the sellers. So you know what your demographic looks like. They're 55 plus, been in the home 5 to 7 years, and that's one of the main pieces for somebody who's looking to sell. The other piece that's likely to sell is if they're not owner occupied. If it's somebody who's probably moved out of that house a few years ago, this is an investment property for them. Maybe the market wasn't good for them at the time to sell, or maybe they didn't really know what they wanted to do. Maybe they were thinking they might move back, but now that they've gone to their next home, they're finding, you know what, I actually do want to get rid of this house. I just, put a tenant in there for now, but I want to get rid of it. So 55 plus, 5 to 7 years living in the home, owning the home, and absentee landlords. This is the easiest list for you to build, very simple to find, and all the social medias is a way to plug those in. Now on the buyer side, buyers are a very simple demographic, a little more complex than the sellers because they don't necessarily have a home, but one of the key points of finding buyers is they're likely renters. So the big condo complexes, the big luxury condos, these are people who are already paying basically what it would cost them to go buy a house. They just maybe don't know that they can actually afford it at this point. So renters are going to be one of your biggest people buying homes, especially first-time home buyers are renters, or they live at home. Another target demographic is knowing that it's the 32-year-old woman who is in a committed relationship or she's married. And then although women that are in the 32 range, it's 24 to 35, in that range, they do purchase about 18% of homes on the market. They tend to buy these smaller homes, the small condos, smaller homes. So they're not really the best demographic to target if they're single, but at the same time, they are still doing a lot of transactions. Single males only transact about 8 to 9% of the market. So they're not a huge demographic to target. So if you can target women, and then especially if you can target in a relationship or in a marriage, they're looking to move. They're 32 in that bracket. They're looking to make a move within the next couple of years. So it's a great target to go and put that in. The other piece is likely if they have a baby or a baby on the way. So you know that there's an opportunity to target them if you see has children 0 to 2 years old. A lot of these social media have these options to see if they're a parent, and then they also have options where you can go in and see if likely to give birth. There's all sorts of different options in there for whether there's a child on the way or if they already have small children. So most people, when they have small children, they're looking to expand. Another piece that's definitely a dead giveaway is if they're newlyweds or recently engaged, because this signals a very committed relationship. And then newlyweds are likely just moving out of their family's homes and their first apartment. Now they're looking to go and buy their house. They did the apartment thing for a little while and they're saying, yep, we've gotten married, now that that's done, let's go buy the house. So these are all really good signs that people are about to go and make a purchase. Another early bloom sign is that they are purchasing a dog or they're looking into dogs. A lot of renters will, they want to have that pet, but they're not ready to have their child and they're not ready to get married. They go the other way. They decide we're going to get the dog and we're going to go buy a house. So somebody who's really spending a lot of time in pet websites, they'll come up into the different social media's algorithms as likes pets. These are other pieces that you can go and look in and just target and say, okay, everybody who likes pets, I'm going to send them out a blast. A couple of ads that are talking about how home ownership allows your dog to run in the yard, right? Now cats do not have the same effect. So we love all pets, but we really like dogs because dogs are something that landlords don't like to have in their properties because of the insurance prices. So we want to make sure we're targeting people, remember the list, it's people who are absolutely in a committed relationship, females between the age of 24 to 35, in committed relationships, married, newlyweds, about to have a baby, have young children, or are purchasing a dog or already have a dog and are looking to take their life to the next level. So I hope that video helps, and in some of the next ones you're going to learn a lot more about social media.